A pedestrian was struck and killed by a truck near the east end of Smith Road in central Ottawa on Wednesday morning, according to paramedics. The adult victim died at the scene, according to a SPOC. The Nova Scotia government has added another name to its list of unsolved homicides and is offering a reward of up to $150,000 for information that leads to the conviction of those responsible. Anna. Warning: this article may affect those who have experienced sexual violence or know someone affected by it. A former TV production assistant told a jury Wednesday that Harvey Weinstein held her down. Edmonton homicide investigators are looking into the death of a man who was found dead inside a vehicle overnight, police said Wednesday. Police responded to a report of a disturbance in the area of the winners in the NFL draft drama Shedeur Sanders lived through this past weekend. Broadcast rights holders, clearly. Most years, all but the hardest of the hardcore NFL data nerds have tuned out. Canadians awoke Tuesday to a surprising new political reality even though the same party that has held power for the past decade remains on Parliament Hill. Every major party emerged from the electee. A 25-year-old man in Winnipeg has been arrested after a teenage girl told police she was lured to a home and sexually assaulted in 2023. The girl was befriended by a man who lured her to a home near. A Winnipeg man has been charged with a slew of offenses from sexual assault and animal cruelty to forcible confinement, identity fraud, and assault after being arrested during an encounter at a hotel. It was a fun night for Carly Jackson. The 27-year-old third-string goaltender from Amherst, Nova Scotia, made 25 saves in her first-ever start and PWHL appearance in the Toronto Scepter's 2-1 shootout vict. Zach Hyman knows people started counting the Oilers out after Edmonton stumbled to start this season's playoff campaign. The team didn't give up and, on Tuesday, that persistence was rewarded with a judge on Wednesday released a Palestinian man who led protests against the war in Gaza as a student at Columbia University and was arrested by immigration officials during an interview about Finale. City Council is mourning the loss of Count Jason Schreier, who represented the Winnipeg ward of Elmwood East Kildonan. Council announced Schreier's death in a statement Wednesday morning. The Sun O. Sean Levy's next project may take him to a galaxy far, far away, but he will soon have a star much closer to home. The Montreal-born filmmaker, who's directing the recently announced Star Wars. Ontario Premier Doug Ford went on an extended rant about some of the province's judges Wednesday, arguing they are soft on crime, interfering in municipal issues based on ideology, and even floating. The startling upset for Conservatives and their leader Pierre Poilievre, who lost the Ottawa area riding he'd held for nearly 21 years to a Liberal newcomer, had local voters buzzing the morning aft. Donald Trump's presidency is 100 days old on Wednesday, and its bold and often controversial moves have spawned more than 200 lawsuits, according to online publications tracking policy and legal is. Firefighters freed an injured horse trapped under a toppled animal shelter on Tuesday, one of approximately 50 calls Ottawa Fire Services responded to as high winds blew through the city. The Winnipeg police are asking for the public's help in finding a man who hasn't been seen since January. Ian Cloak, 40, was last seen around 1 p.m. on January 1 near Flora Avenue and McGregor Street, in. More details are coming to light about those who died after an SUV rammed into a crowded street festival in Vancouver. 11 people were killed and nearly 30 were injured on the evening of April 26. In the wake of the Vancouver Festival tragedy that left 11 dead, several injured, and people around the world grieving, BC's premier said there will be a review of the province's mental health league.